This is a 7-wall arch rock base, and it's going to be super nice and super easy. Looks like I also got the bad terrain because this is on regular public build server. We just have our nice standard Hintal over peak right here with the one external TC. If you notice, the best rock bases are going to be split TC front and back, one in the center. So we only have 8.7k metal, 23 HQM right here. And we're going to come in here, and we do have a lot of garage doors in this because I opted for just a bit less bunkering to save on the HQM. But we have one bunker here, standard stuff, because I messed up the terrain. And come up here and we have a second floor twig roof opening bunker. This. Then you come inside here and you have a nice little mini mega open core in the rock. And the actual core upkeep is pretty laughable. You could fit a oil refinery in there, obviously your large furnace, I mean your E-furnaces and your lockers in the weird rock spots, as well as workbenches, repair benches, research table. But you don't have to pick up this garage door to jump over this twig roof that we place right here. That's supposed to be twig. It's supposed to be twig. And then you just jump over here, and here's your roof bunker starter TC for the rock base. Only 4k metal, 6 HQM. That's it. That's all your core is. You can fit weeks of it here. And that's pretty much it as far as the front area. And we do obviously have, I'd recommend putting some current meta peaks. And you could have higher floor roof access, but you could do whatever you want here. And then if we come on and look on the back of the rock, we have kind of the same thing, a decoy entrance. This is just honeycomb on the side, but we have a bedroom out here to spawn around if they're raiding the front of our rock. It's just whatever to store some loot. And this one is also laughably small upkeep. So it's just 6k metal and 1k stone, 6.6k metal. And that's pretty much it. That is incredibly laughably easy. The arch rock, the only downside is that you do have to honeycomb a lot of it. But regardless of that, it is a very nice rock to build in, as far as you just get a lot of like upside storage, tall rock, tall storage, up and down. As you can see, we have a bunch of stuff here. You could probably do something better if you have more time than what I have right here, like you actually playing on white. And again, very nice and very easy hop up here. You can hide even more stuff down in there. You can make that HQM, and then this one you have to open from the outside. This, but you can put a shotgun trap there, and then you have regular stability bunker right here. You could put another one of these if you want, as you can see. But yeah, we're just going to show you how to do it. And again, this is following the pattern of the previous two rock bases, where we're using these twig roof opening bunkers and split TCs to make them incredibly nice and incredibly easy. Super easy to build. Once you find your nice big tall arch rock, it's actually probably the easiest rock to claim. Again, the only downside is that you just have to build up so much to clear, to seal everything. But we do get a nice normal airlock, and we're just going to make sure we're starting pretty much in the center of the rock. You don't want to be, you could just move your building plan all the way up like this. You don't want to be too far up to where you only get like 2 layers of honeycomb on one side, but 19 on the other. You want to be pretty much centered, and we just want to stick the back 2 poles of a square foundation in there. And obviously try and make sure your foundation is tall enough for your each sides if you have a weird valley like I do here. And this is, again, probably the easiest one that we could claim. So we're just going to plop a TC right in here with a TC roof bunker. And we want to leave enough space to put like a barrel right here. Looks like I suck. And I can't do that. So we're just going to do a small box. We could probably do a large box back there, but we're just going to do small like that. And then we'll just go right into a shipping container. Because again, it's probably the simplest rock to build in. And we're just going to build up like this. And the good thing is that we get a full layer of honeycomb on each side before you start doing any of the weird bunker things. So early on, it's going to be really nice before you start farming all that wood. We're going to put the floor at half height right here, so we can put this half wall. So they have to come through here, and they have to break that extra wall layer anyway. So it's also going to be 2 walls right there. And we're just going to 2-wall this all the way up. Again, it takes a lot to seal this rock. That's the only downside. And if you're getting a weird angle, just move around. And it'll turn blue. It's pretty much can always turn blue inside of a rock. And same thing with this right here. And I teleported inside of it. And it looks like that's not that big of a deal. So we'll just put a wall right here. Actually, we'll put a half wall. And then another half wall. So we could have this for a loot room over here. And then this will be our TC area. We could put a open core stuff here. But let's go ahead and just seal it up. Again, you could do the full honeycomb. I like to do the door right next to the TC right here. We could have like a 4x4 style open core loot room. And the server's incredibly laggy right now for some reason. It's near force that I never learned. And we'll just go ahead and do all of these. This has to be shipping container for you to place this roof because rust. And we'll just go ahead and put a floor like this and then like this so we could have some deep access. And these will be our jump ups and our mega loot rooms right here. And again, you could do the majority of yours in the rock, but we'll just go ahead and seal this up. And then we'll not fall in the honeycomb and do one more double door right here. Again, you could do a normal airlock on this, so we're not going to do any access. You could do the reconnectable like the God Rock. But we're going to sound to do it because this is probably the most simple rock, so this is really good if you're just trying to claim a rock and have a nice simple rock base, not something crazy advanced. And remember, we can't put a floor on top of the roof. That way, this actually opens our bunker. And this is just pretty much the layout. And then you can demolish this under here for oil refinery or just one of the squares. Choose one, but oil refinery and core is top notch stuff. And once you just have that, it's basically just a 2x6 with honeycomb. Very easy, very nice starter on each side. Then we'll start the wall stack portion. Very standard stuff here. Again, this is pretty much the same exact way I always build my rock bases. Go out 7 squares, come back for triangles. 6, 7. Yeah, and spam these. And then we're just gonna make sure on one of these, we'll make that one on the original core, on that honeycomb. And this is going to create our flat side to where we could build out and around like this. And this is where we would have our roof bunker right here, but we want it on the second floor. So we're going to go ahead and honeycomb all of this right here. And obviously, looks like we also suck right here. And I can't get that one down in there. So we'll just go ahead and do half walls. It kind of sucks, but I didn't take the time to plan out my terrain, which you might not able to get that time either, especially if you're getting hunted. And it's right at the start of white, but we're just going to go ahead and do all the floors on their respective sides right here. Make sure you do that. And you could do the jump up after or on it right here, but we're so low that I could probably just do the jump up like right here with the bunker. We could just do it a bit different from the intro. We'll just do a half wall right there. And just like that, we'll have our roof opening right here. And we put the ladder hatch like right there. Make sure to put these 2 floors off of your wall stack or non-wall stack. This side doesn't matter, but just make sure you lay that down and stick those 2 on top of it so your roof still goes and knocks that wall down. And then we can have another one right here. Again, it's just a method of how you build it. It doesn't have to be the exact same each time. We're just gonna use the wall stack to split the TCs. And of course, at this point in time, we can put this here in wood to connect this right here. Now we're all on the same TC while we're building this out so nothing decays. And then again, just spam honeycomb. It's all just about learning the actual techniques. So we just want to do the wall stack bunker. And we'll just put some half wall honeycomb pancake layer right here. All about doing the wall stack and then multi-TC. And then wall stack and multi-TC. So you split the upkeep. And then we can add more bunkers right here. We can add another one. We might just add one more right here. Just because. And this will be our window area right here. We'll go one right there, and this will be the front of our entrance and exit. So it looks like we're just a little bit off to the left. Again, your rock base is going to be different. Every rock is slightly different, or you just build it differently. We're just going to do garage door spam right here and more honeycomb. Only downside to this thing is that you have to put so many walls to actually properly honeycomb it. And it is very, very hot right now. So, I don't know if you need to know that, but it's very hot. And it's at nighttime, very hot night. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and do one more of these, so now we'll have another bunker. Just to make it a bit better than the intro, and then we can just double these up, so these are double sheet right here. And then you could just even further double sheet this to save on HQM. Just like that. And then we can make this a window right here for Pacheco. You could wall this off, seal this off, use this as chop box storage, make some roof access, whatever you want to do. We could have double chop box storage right here. And if we just place that off the foundation by getting the construction angle by looking down. We have 2 loo rooms, 3 actually, right there, right there. Wall this off, wall this off. And we're ready to create our external. It'll be a bit better than the intro. As far as raid cost goes, and then we're just going to go ahead and do the same principle. You want those nasty hentai lover Pacheco peaks right here, but make sure you disconnect it. And we're just going to double wall these. Use that for a vending machine. And we're also going to half wall the actual bedrooms right here. And it looks like we could have a double wide. We built it out a bit more, but it's going to be nice and very easy. Same exact thing. Looks like our terrain is a bit better here. Double wall this. You can put your battery, if you want it on 1 TC, you can put a battery in here. And then obviously create your Patricos. Ultra wide Patricos. Where you can put some loot in there. It's so hot. I don't know why it's so hot. It's nighttime. And just like that, you'd have how you would do the front. And again, we're doing the same exact thing at any time on the rear right here. You could do more on the main TC if you're worried about getting wood, if you're in the desert. And it doesn't really matter. But we're just going to do the same thing. Come out 7. And we're going to need 1. We're just going to need 1 upgraded. But we're just going to come out 7 squares, come back with hexagons. Let's go right into the metal. We're on build servers anyway, so nothing really matters here. We just want to wrap around that full flat wall right here, like that. And then we could break this and keep this flat one over here as well. And that's going to create our distance to where we could do a bunker. It doesn't need to be, but if you want to reconnect it, if you want to have a back door, it doesn't need to be on this rear side, but it doesn't matter if you do it or you don't. You're still going to get the same wall count. But this is literally just all honeycomb. If you don't want a rear exit. And you can fit comfortably 7 walls to just have like each TC could have multiple days of upkeep. And 7 walls is still pretty crazy. That's the entire bunker hallway. If you do all HQM, that's 100 rockets. And we can just continue off this. And it doesn't matter if your foundations start running low, because Guess we'll find a way to put a TC on it anyway. Make sure you're honeycombing the walls accordingly up here. Because again, this is so tall. This part doesn't even matter because you're getting at such an angle. And for some of these, if you don't want to, you could upgrade that to HQM if you want. Just because if you're worried about them going top down, hitting the top floors, it's kind of pointless to raid the top floors of a rock base though, because you're likely to just hit rock. And that should be around 7 walls right here, if I didn't count wrong. And when we put this right here. And then as always, you could do a second layer like this, and then further that by doing this. And to get it out on a normal TC, if you can't build up like this because you're going to run into the ground here, you just do 2 low triangles wherever you can, and then 1 in the center. And then you could either put barrels or something or anything, or just seal that up. And then you create the decoy entrance, and then the same exact external TC. Now your bedroom is actually double walled, and you can create this long, what do they call them, tentacles? Tentacle externals, whatever you want to call them. I call them anti-lover externals. And it's based off a player's name. And we're just going to go ahead and do this. And that's pretty much it. You would just put one of these long, snaky, filthy peaks and respawn points. And then you could build up more and have higher floors with more of these filthy meta peaks right here when you put the embrasure facing inward. Absolutely filthy. And that's pretty much it. It's very nice and very easy. It's kind of the best way to always build rock bases, is start with the roof bunker core and then split it, so you have basically, you always have externals, and then it also splits the upkeep. It works twice for you. And I mean, look at the upkeep won't matter because we don't have doors on here, but again, it's very nice and very easy, and it's ridiculous upkeep.